Alright, so I just got done watching the 2024 remake of Twisters, and I wouldn't mind chasing a tornado now. Starring Glenn Powell and Daisy Edgar Jones, we have ourselves basically a shot-for-shot remake of the 90s film, except this time it has an S at the end. Honestly, there really isn't much to say. We follow Daisy Edgar Jones' character, who is trying to figure out how to dissipate or basically get rid of tornadoes. And along the way, as she's trying to figure this out, tornado wrangler Glenn Powell comes along and figures it out with her. Yeah, there really isn't much else to the plot other than these folks just trying to figure out how to predict and get rid of tornadoes. And this movie does exactly that with some epic scale, seeing these giant tornadoes alongside these small little trucks that they're driving in. I mean, my goodness, it looked pretty gorgeous to me. There was some surprising depth given to Glenn's and Daisy's characters, and I gotta say, I was kind of invested in who they are and the reasons for chasing after tornadoes, but the relationship that the creators are trying to build here just didn't really interest me, and I felt that it was taking me away from what I really wanted to see, which was the fucking tornadoes. And while we do get a good chunk of tornado scenes and tornado chasing, I would have loved for all these other scenes to be more involved about the process of them trying to figure out how to get rid of tornadoes. I would have loved to see more collaboration or cooperation with her friends and Glenn Powell's friends, or the caravan that Daisy's riding with aren't exactly her friends besides one guy. Beyond that, I would have rather preferred they dedicate more time with these characters trying to solve the tornado crisis rather than spending all this time developing this relationship that I don't care about. As beautiful as these two actors are, I just wasn't interested in this whole romance subplot they were trying to build here. What this movie does absolutely well is showing the wreckage, the damage that these tornadoes cause across a whole land to towns and such. We get to experience the characters seeing all the carnage that has happened to them as they try to help everyone as much as they can. I don't know how scientifically accurate this film is when it comes to tornadoes, but they were saying a lot of smart stuff and it seemed like they knew what they were talking about. What can I say? I had a pretty good time with this movie. The tornado chase scenes were thrilling, exciting, and of course the chemistry between Powell and Daisy is great. They're great. It's a simple movie with a simple premise with some simple characters with an alright kind of love story, romance, whatever they got going on here that I wasn't really all that interested in, but it's fine. The movie builds to this epic crescendo to this giant motherfucker of a tornado, and my goodness, it was glorious to see, and how it tore this town apart. As horrific as it is, it was pretty fucking awesome. And like I said, this film does a really great job showing just how horrendous these tornadoes are. We get some pretty intense scenes that show just how fucking scary these things are. I mean, for a moment, I was worried about Powell and Daisy. I've never seen the original, and I don't really care to visit it. All I've heard is that it's basically a shot-for-shot remake, and I don't know how to feel about that. I thought it was fine. As someone who has never seen the original, I thought this movie was fine in our current time. Did this movie need to exist? I don't know. And you know what? I don't really care. This movie was fine. It was a lot of fun. It was enjoyable for the most part. And you know what? It gave me an excuse to get out of town for a little bit, get out of my house. The sound is awesome. The visuals are awesome. The tornadoes are awesome. What more can you ask for, okay? This is a roller coaster of a movie, and you should be enjoying it as best you can, even in 40x. I can't see myself rewatching this movie again, but it was fun for the first time. I'm pretty sure y'all will have a good time with some friends or family, with some popcorn. That's what this movie is. It's a popcorn movie. This movie's a fun, dumb, tornado chasing thrill ride that you could just turn off your brain for. Alright, that's enough of me. Y'all have a good night.
If anything was mine to take, all I want is you. Mine to take, mine to